was where they found the sugarcane first, type of grass. Talking about 3,000 years ago when they found it, and little by little they started to use it. And the sugarcane was introduced by the Spanish, like I said. First, Portuguese got it to Europe, and the Spanish brought it to here. From here was spread out in the different countries in the whole American continent, but initiate from this island. Let me tell you, many things in the continent begin here first. You know, because the first place met by the Europeans in the continent was the Hispaniola Island. Showing all this, I don't know if you can see in there how the slaves used to be, you know, use it for obtaining just criminal, exactly. And then over here, now is where they use the animals, like we saw it over there. You can see the rail track here now, little by little, is changing to mechanize the whole system. And this is the sugar factory that little by little is turning more mechanized. All of this is talking about it. This is the map of the island. All this is the Hispaniola Island. The native used to call it Haiti and Quisqueya. Those were the names that the native had for the island. And later, Spanish and French, conflict in between, you know, they split it into two pieces. But how did it happen? And the first time, everything was governed by the Spanish. And pirates used to attack these areas around here, you see? So the Spanish felt a little bit uncomfortable, you know, to protect the people from these areas. What they did was take away these people over here, move it to the other side, block this area, and protect against the pirates. That's how this area, no man's land, no protect. And then the slaves that the Spanish introduced in the island, those were the African, also first place to have African people on the continent. So they start to escape to the west, hide in the mountains and the caves and everywhere, and protect from the Spanish. But then the French people that wanted to have also the power that had the Spanish on that time, they knew about the richness of the island related to gold, silver, the land, very good to produce a lot of different things. So they said, we want a piece of that. So they came from the west, and they controlled the west for a while, fight to the Spanish, and took control of the island for a couple of years. The Spanish fight back to them, and then decide to split it into two pieces. That's how then we became to have Haiti on the other side. And this area was turning into the principal colony of the French from all over the world, from ending 1700 to initiate 1800. Haiti was the most rich colony of the French during that time. Haiti then later got their independence, 1804. When they did that, we were still a colony from Spanish, and that area was turning, you know, a little bit different. From being very prosperous, came down to be the most poor country in the hemisphere. It's a little bit of the history, you know, for you to know how it was split and how we started everything. Notice that the sugarcane factories are from this side to the east of the island, because this is the part that belonged to the Spanish, and the Spanish were the one that commercialized all of the sugar. The French, they dedicate to other activities. Okay, remember that here was where they split it. So all of this was where they had the sugar factories in the island. Anybody have a question so far? Everything's clear? Good? Perfecto? Let's go to try the juice of the sugar cane then.